Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Healthy Living event sponsored by the Juice Plus community. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Carole Turnbo. I'm a sales coordinator with the Juice Plus company. I'm also in my spare time a CrossFit coach, a CrossFit Masters athlete, but my passion is teaching nutrition and teaching people that food really does heal. Tonight, you're going to hear a little bit from me and some of my teammates. We've all joined on a mission to inspire healthy living around the world. And I'm going to start by actually introducing our products. Our product line is simple, and it's going to remain simple because it is food. It's food that our body needs on a daily basis. Juice Plus has figured out how to put fruits and vegetables in a capsule. So the first thing I'm going to show you is our Core 4. In the Core 4, it is 100% plant-based all the way down to the capsule. It's better than organic, non-GMO, picked at the peak of ripeness with an NSF seal of approval. And what that means is that what's on the label is actually what's in the bottle, okay? It's gluten-free. So I'll show you our label. You can see that this is the vegetable blend. So I'll read it to you. It's just showing that there's broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, beet, some of the vegetables in this blend. It also has a nutrition label. So like I said, Juice Plus has figured out how to put food in a capsule because this carries a nutrition label, does not carry a supplement label for our fruit and our vegetable and our berry blend, okay? So with these three blends, you're getting approximately 33 different fruits, vegetables, and berries on a daily basis. Like I said, we have also our omegas, full spectrum of plant-based omegas, like I said earlier, vegan all the way down to the capsule. So Juice Plus has cut out the middleman. They got rid of the fish, went straight to the algae, which is what the fish eat, to give us our omegas. So really, really cool product there. We also have complete protein powder. This is chocolate and vanilla, plant-based. And then we have a hydroponic growing system. It's called a tower garden. And if you're interested in more information on the tower garden, just get with whoever invited you to the call and they'll give you some information on the tower garden. So without further ado, we have a great lineup of speakers tonight. And so I am going to introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker is Kim Douglas. Kim is from Michigan. She's an author, former college professor, a mom, and a grandmother. Love grandmothers. I'm a grandma too. She's been on the Juice Plus mission-driven business for 17 years. Kim, welcome. If you could share your story with us tonight, that would be wonderful.
Okay, and you know, I was just laughing to myself because I know our friend Vanessa's on tonight who is hearing about Juice Plus for the first time, and I was telling her how I used to be the mom driving through Little Caesars on my way home from work, and I just had pizza tonight. My husband picked it up, I ordered it, and I can feel my heart beating faster tonight. So I'm so glad I'm on Juice Plus. I'm not perfect, but let me tell you my story. About 17 years ago, I learned about this simple way to flood my body with a wide variety of plant nutrients. I had learned from a doctor that we all need 7 to 13 servings of fruits, vegetables, and berries every day, a wide variety. And the big problem was that over 90% of us don't get what we need on a consistent basis. And I was one of those 90%ers. I think I may still be without my Juice Plus. So when she introduced Juice Plus as a way to get more, not as a substitute for good eating, but actually as a catalyst for starting to make better health choices in our life. I was interested. I was interested for a number of reasons. One, I had lost several young friends to cancer and heart disease, and I was pretty devastated by their early deaths. I wanted to protect my own health to be the grandma that I am today and to be around for a long time. I also was struggling just to get my kids to eat right. You know, they were eating the M&Ms, the pop that they got at every birthday party at school, and the pizza. And then there was me driving through Little Caesars, although I did cook some nights, I promise you. So just flooding our body with this helped us to realize a new normal. I don't know how many of you think it's normal to catch every flu, virus, and cold that goes around. I used to think that it's just normal. That's what happens to families. And that we have allergies and we take allergy medicine. And I realized a new normal once we started consistently taking Juice Plus. And that was that we hardly ever get sick. My kids started winning awards for not missing school. I was off all my allergy medication within a year. And I also lived pain-free, and I was hit by a car in college and lived in chronic pain. Today, I live most days pain-free. So I'm really grateful for what food could do to really upgrade our health, to heal our bodies. And I was so excited by the Family Starts program that was introduced to me by Dr. Candace Corson. And that's a program where when an adult decides to flood their body with these plant nutrients, they can enroll one of their children to receive Juice Plus free of charge for up to 4 years, as long as they're taking it. Well, once I started taking it, it was a no-brainer. My husband and I know we'll be on this forever. And we got our children enrolled in that. And I wanted to share this program with my friends. I just thought, what grandma or parent wouldn't want to enroll their children in this great program that serves almost 1 million families? And so Dr. Corson invited me to partner with her. She said she was on a mission to really raise awareness and to turn disease statistics into health statistics. And I was looking for a way to supplement my teaching income. And I thought, why not give it a try? I had never done anything like this. I had no experience. And I'll tell you, when I first started sharing, I was a little nervous and anxious. You know, I knew what I was doing in the classroom. I had advanced degrees in writing, but I didn't know, obviously, if I was driving through Little Caesars on my way home from work, I didn't know much about health and had a lot to learn. And I received such great mentoring, support, love, enthusiasm. And I actually fell so in love with this culture of proactive people that I caught the vision for going all the way with this, and perhaps leaving teaching earlier to write more books and to have a little bit more freedom in my life. And I've been able to achieve that. I'm so grateful to be here tonight to share my story. I'm grateful to hear the stories of others. And I'm just grateful for all of you who've taken the time to join us this evening and learn about the power of plants to heal. So thank you for letting me share my story.
Awesome, Kim. Thank you so much for sharing. I second that, not knowing what I was doing when I started, but oh my gosh, like, I love the product. I knew it made sense. I knew nobody was getting enough fruits and vegetables in their diet. So I've been doing this for almost 3 years and I love it every day. So next we're gonna move on to Erin Patten. She's in Houston, Texas. Erin is a health educator, wellness entrepreneur, and a new mom. Welcome,
yes,
Erin.
Here. Yes, baby in tow at all times. Good evening, everyone. Again, my name's Erin Patten. I'm so grateful to be here to share my story. So thank you all for listening. I have been I joined recently the Juice Plus family through Kim. So I can really also extend my greatest gratitude to her because she really helped me catch the vision. And we only met a little over a year ago. A little over a year ago, I was moving from Detroit back to Houston to be closer to family, specifically my mom, after my father passed away at the end of 2017 from heart disease and diabetes. And then my mom fell ill very soon after, and it became pretty clear to me that my entrepreneurial pursuits, my career achievements were nothing in the face of losing two of the most important people in my life. And, you know, my mom obviously is still here. I'm with her now, but she and I have been on a wellness quest ever since my move last year. And in that process, I found myself getting pregnant, and definitely planned, but I didn't know how I was going to manage what I had just recently started, a vegetarian diet. I was doing juice cleanses and fasting, and wasn't sure how that kind of lifestyle would mesh with growing a being inside of me. I really wanted him to have all the nutrients he needed, but I also wanted to remain true to my health goals and my lifestyle choices. And so in lieu of taking the prenatal vitamins that my doctor prescribed, which turned my urine neon green, I decided to take Juice Plus by recommendation from Kim. She recommended that I try it. You know, we've all seen the research about what they can do for kids and for prenatal development, and I was just I was willing to take the leap of faith. And so within, I guess you could say, eight to 9 months, she was coming to Texas for the Austin conference in October and invited me to join her. And this was just purely on friendly terms and wanting to just expose me more to the community. And I was like, sure, why not? You know, I was free that day, and you know, little did she know that the day also happened to be the anniversary of my father's passing, 2-year anniversary. And ended up going to Austin. And our first event was a nutraceutical conference with Dr. Furman. And he actually did a presentation on heart disease and diabetes, and talked about how he literally cured a lot of patients that had the same illnesses, same ailments as that my father passed away from. And he was such a rock star speaker and was so adamant about his work and passionate about his work. He got a standing ovation. And while everyone around me was standing and clapping, I was literally head down on the table sobbing, because I knew that that was, you know, a divine intervention, if you will. On the day of my dad's passing, that I'm learning about ways in which I could potentially cure others that could have died, you know, could have saved him. And they ended up living. And so it was definitely a moment of clarity for me. I'm sorry guys. And so I joined that day, and, you know, since then have just really been focused on trying to bring wellness and health and nutrition and fruits and vegetables to communities of color specifically. Obviously, I'm an African-American woman and believe that this is an issue of dire need in African-American and Latino communities, and that's really my passion and goal. So thank you guys for having me, and I really am grateful for this opportunity to learn so much more about nutrition and health and wellness.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Erin. The beauty of what we do is we can do it anywhere, anytime with our kids. And so I love that he was back there talking. Amazing story, great. We are going to move on to Corinne Nicholson. She's from Miami, Florida, and she is a new partner with our company. Welcome. I'd love to hear your story.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, great. I have you in my ear because I'm staying with family, so sorry for the atmosphere.
You're good.
Okay, so I joined Juice Plus after watching and hearing an info session with Kim and Erin. Erin is a very dear friend of mine for several years now. And when I heard the presentation, I mean, they sold me almost immediately because I am vegan. You know, mostly. Sometimes I need to eat steak, so I'm not perfect either, you know, but my mom is a nutritionist, so I come from a healthy eating background. And in March of last year, I was in an accident at work where I was hit in the head. And I went on medical leave. And during that time, I found out I had a cancerous cyst in a routine exam. So when that happened to me, I made an even more conscious effort to be plant-based, to see if I could beat, you know, this disease without medications, because I'm averse to medications. My body doesn't handle it well. I get very sick. My liver doesn't process it. So I was already on the, you know, this upswing of, you know, healing my body from the inside out. And I ordered those shakes about 2 weeks ago, and I already feel much better. I lost 7 pounds already. I have more energy. I'm sleeping. Like, I fall asleep. If I don't have to talk to you right now, I'd be sleeping. I sleep very well at night. I feel at peace. I feel light. I drink the shake every morning. I plan to explore other products. I'm also a lifetime anorexic because it is a lifetime disease. So I have issues sometimes with food if I get stressed out, and the texture of food and swallowing and stuff like that. So these Juice Plus shakes are just amazing. I mix them with almond milk sometimes, and sometimes with water. And I have the vanilla flavor. It tastes great. I've already been speaking to my friends about it. I think I got 2 more people that I'm introduced to Erin. I plan to be your spokesperson for a little while because it's already changing my life and making me feel not only just physically healthy, but emotionally and mentally healthy as well.
That is wonderful. I love that, Corinne. Thank you so much for sharing. I love how it just passes down.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just like, it's great. Keep sharing your story. You're going to do well.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Our next speaker is Suzanne, and I'm not even going to attempt the last name. I'm going to let her introduce that. She is from Indianapolis, Indiana. She's where do I have her? Retired businesswoman, also a new partner, a mom of 2 young adult children with special needs. Welcome, Suzanne.
Hi, everybody. My name's Suzanne Kucharczyk.
There we go.
And I do have to correct one thing. I'm not retired yet, but one of the attractive things about Juice Plus for me is the idea that when I retire, I could be healthy and I could possibly share this with other people. I got turned on to this through a really weird set of coincidences. I'm very faithful and spiritual, and I believe things happen for a reason. I met Candace at a meeting, Sparks meeting, and we had so many different little odd connections. I knew this person that lived in the city where she lived. My best friend's name is Candace. So we talked a little bit, and she pretty much, low-key showed me some stuff, and then I left. And the more I thought about it and the more, we shared, I kind of went, here's a doctor, and here's a PhD person, and here's another doctor person. And they've done all this research, and I have 2 children. My son has high-functioning autism or Asperger's, and my daughter has epilepsy. And I started my son already on it myself. And I echo what Corinne said. I sleep really well at night. It's crazy. At 9 o'clock, I feel like it's time to go to bed. And I'm drinking a lot more water. And I take the capsules twice a day. I do the capsules in the morning, but I try really hard to open up the capsules. That's another thing I really like about Juice Plus is for people who are getting older, it is getting more and more difficult for me to swallow those big pills, like Erin said, that turn my urine yellow. I was doing a lot of those before, and I don't want to do that anymore because I don't like that fact that it comes right out of my body. So the Juice Plus is perfect because it's food nutrition. I opened up the capsules and put them on salmon the other day with my son. He has really bad acne. So I can't say yet that I'm seeing really big changes, but I can tell you this. He's happy. He wanted to take it. He said, Mom, these capsules are easy to take. I would like to try something to help myself. So we've been looking into possible focused medicine, but I'm hoping the capsules will actually help him with that. As for my daughter, we're going to start on that, but right now I just want her to be healthy. She probably has polycystic ovarian syndrome as well, in that she's larger. She's got a lot of male kind of hair on her body. So I'm anxious to see what it'll do for that. We probably won't adjust her meds until I totally see a difference. And she is, wants to, she's had seizures all of her life. And the last couple of years, I'd say 10 years, they've been catamenial seizures. So they're related to her ovulation or her period. And I think I'm praying that this is an answer, but at the minimum, she's a gamer along with her husband, and I work with a lot of software engineers. That's what my job is, and I'm hopefully going to pick up another job. So I'm hoping to, be able to offer them vegetables and fruits because these guys don't get up from their chairs. I mean, they sit there all day long. They don't exercise. They're not eating healthy. They eat snacks and junk food, and a lot of them are overweight. So I'm hoping that would be my mission, is to help people in the software industry. And for myself, I will say this too, that and again, weird set of circumstances. My son had just recently been addicted. He came home. So there's stress there. There's stress from my boyfriend of 8 years, kind of left over all that. And there was stress from losing my job recently. But I really feel like the Juice Plus is making a difference in just kind of keeping things level. And I did add yoga, but I really am happy that Juice Plus came into my life when it did. So thank you guys for listening to my story.
Thank you so much, Suzanne, for sharing. There's definitely something about perfect timing, right? You know, that was just perfect timing for you. And so our last speaker tonight is Miss Candace Corson, an NMD from Indianapolis, Indiana. She is retired family and integrative medical doctor. She's a mom of 4 and a grandmother, and she's been in the Juice Plus community for 19 years. So welcome, Candace.
Thank you, Carol. Thanks so much for hosting this wonderful call every Thursday night. I love what you do, and I love that all of us can be together every Thursday night, and always different people, different stories. Well, I started my day today. I thought I would share this with you. I got a text from our veterinarian, who is a wonderful holistic DVM, and she said, the Juice Plus has made such a difference with my daughter. She's a first grader, and she is feeling so much better. She's had some very significant upper digestive medical problems, and she is so much better, and it just made me so happy. And she said, you know, we're going to keep going with this. So that was one. And then another text from another friend whose child has gotten so much better with regard to just how they're feeling generally and their immune system, and having so many less infections to the point where they're not missing school anymore. But what we have in our hands is something so special. And the way I came to it was by the fact that our children's school installed vending machines 19 years ago. And I thought I didn't need something like Juice Plus concentrated nutrition. I didn't know anybody who needed it, when I heard about it 26 years ago from a wonderful friend who took the time to call me the day it became available. And it just didn't make sense until I had a need. And my need was that my kids stopped eating all plants along with the rest of their schoolmates. Mm-hmm. Their taste changed quickly within the first week of basically ad lib, vending machine food. And the good thing is it woke me up to realizing this is what's happening to everybody today. It's nobody's fault. It is what is. And that's when the third person crossed my path and shared with me. And she did such good follow-up and caring and asking questions. And I'm so glad she did, because I was able to see that there was a program, first good clinical research by universities, not done by the company. There were 3 great studies when I took a look back in 2000, in the year 2000. But now there are 40 good university studies. But I love that, and I love the fact that it's free for children. We start all the kids in our family, and throughout my whole circle of friendship, we start the kids at about 6 months old when they're starting their baby food, and open up the Juice Plus capsules and stir that pure produce into their food. But when they turn 4, they are eligible for our wonderful family program, our Healthy Starts for Families, and that runs from children from age 4 all the way up to college age young people, all the way up to age 24. And each child who goes into that with a loved one, usually their mom or dad, but sometimes a grandparent or other relative who's their mentor and encourages them to use their Juice Plus, they get to have that if they're loving it for 4 years for each child, 4 years free. I literally fell in love with this company over that and the big mission of bringing more of nature back into people's lives. And I love what's been shared on this call about better mental health. It's true for all of us, better physical health. It's all combined. And we just know that this is based on working with Mother Nature and based in the science that shows that's what we need to do. So I just love that, Carol. And for me, it's given me the freedom to live where I want. My husband and I were able to pick up and just move to where most of our sons and all of our grandchildren live in Indianapolis, and spend the kind of time with them that I really don't feel I did spend enough when my kids were little and I was in the United States Public Health Service. And, we all do the best we can, but that's the lesson that really drives me, is wanting to give parents and grandparents their time back with their loved ones, and to spend it with those elderly parents when they need it, to spend them with the ones that are dying when they need to do that, to spend it with the newborns and all the kids, just to give people more freedom in their life, in their health, and with their time. And that's my highest hope. We know that one of our, I think the biggest Juice Plus conference that we will have had so far in all these years will be this year, 2020, in October. And that will be Indianapolis, because it will be the 50th birthday of this beautiful heart-centered company. And so I invite you all to find out about that. Be there in Indianapolis. It's October 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And of course, we have a big conference in Phoenix, March 26th to 28th. But this Indy one is going to be something else. So I invite everyone to come find out more if it intrigues you, and consider joining our mission. You are a blessing whether you do a little bit or a lot. Thank you, Carole.
Thank you, Dr. Corson, for sharing. Like you, my favorite texts are the ones that I hear, you know, people telling me how much the product, the company has changed their lives. We are truly blessed to be able to change lives, whether we're helping someone in the health department, the wealth department. We're just all out there doing our thing. And like she said, a little or a lot, we love you. And we are here every Thursday night, different stories. So please join us next week. And I'm going to say goodnight for tonight's event.